Dear students, today we are going to see about the important topic in NEET part, microbes in human welfare. We have already seen about the microbes in human welfare in our NCERT part. So today we are going to see about the NEET part. So we are going to discuss about the topic microbes in human welfare. Microbes in human welfare. Right. As you know about the heading microbes in human welfare, what are the beneficial activities or what are the products from microbes man has obtained from the previous olden days till today. So we have seen some of the advancement due to this technological advancement. We have been using the microbes in various ways. So we know that our biosphere or the earth is made up of diverse forms of living organisms, starting from the microbes, plants, animals, insects and various animals we can see in our biosphere. But we are going to see about the microbes. So what are these microbes? As you know that microbes are the organisms. These cannot be viewed by our naked or the normal eye. They can be seen only with the help of an microscope, that too an electron microscope. So we have to know about the microbes. What are these microbes? Right? Microbes are the organisms which can be viewed only through an electron microscope. Because these organisms cannot be viewed with our naked eye, because their size is very small. Right? As such, we should not say as very small. Their size will be less than 0.1 millimeter. Right? Because you will be having, the size will be very less. It will be less than 0.1 millimeter. Right? So the microorganisms are usually measured in the units of micron. Right, which will be represented as mu. Right, usually the microorganisms, they will be represented in the units which is called as the micron mu. Right, so how we have to calculate this micron? Right, so we know that the micron is about 10 to the power minus 6 of a meter. Right, so suppose if you take a centimeter scale which we are using, right, you will be having, right, you will be having 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, then you will be having the fifth one, right. So these are the millimeter units, right. This is the 1 millimeter, right. If you divide this 1 millimeter by 1000, which is equal to 1 micron. So you know that 1 meter, if you divide it by 100, you will be getting millimeter, and 1 millimeter if you divide it by 1000, you will be getting 1 micron. So it will be represented as 10 to the power minus 6 of a meter. So if you divide 1 meter divided by 1 to the power 1 followed by 6 zeros, you will be getting, this is called as a 1 micron. So these organisms are very smaller in size. So what are these microbes? Right, these microbes constitute of protozoans, fungi, bacteria, viruses, viroids and prions. Right, you will be having various types of microorganisms. Right, we will be having, what are microbes? Right, are microorganisms. Right, examples. The examples are, you will be having bacteria, fungi, right. You will be having some of the fungi which are macroscopic, right. The one which is edible, you will be having this Basidiomyces group, right, and you will be having, these are the one, you will be having the puffball, cup shaped, or the agaricus bisporus. You will be having the macrofungi, but you too will be having some of the microscopic fungi are also available, right. Penicillium, mucor, rhizopus, those are the fungus which are yeast. For example, the unicellular yeast, you will be having the smaller size, or it will be coming under the microorganisms, right? Fungi you will be having protozoans, right? You might have been learned about the protozoans in our lower classes, 11th standard. Then you will be having viruses, right? These viruses, they come under the obligate parasite groups, right? It will not come as considered as either as a living or a non-living thing, right? Because nowadays we are coming across these viruses, right? This COVID, right? So viruses will be there. Then you will be having the viroids. Then you will be having the prions, right? So bacteria, you know that, right? You will be having Bacillus is a classical example for the bacteria, right? You will be having a rod-shaped bacteria, right? With the flagella, you will be having the bacteria. Fungi, you will be having, for example, you will be having the Mucorrhizopus, you will be having, right? You will be having a fungi, right? Protozoans, you will be having many types of flagellated, you will be having, then you will be having the sporozoans, right? The classical example is you will be having the Plasmodium, right? Plasmodium is an classical example of a, right? You will be having protozoan parasite, right? Plasmodium vivax, you will be having, right? Then you will be having the viruses. Viruses you will be having bacteriophages, right? You will be having the T4 bacteriophages, right? You will be having this. You will be having the tail springs, prawns. You will be having. Then they will be having a capsid, right? You will be having the genetic material which will be present. You will be having the tail fins, prongs. Then you will be having a collar. Then you will be having the protein sheet. You will be having an hexagonal head. These viruses you will be having example as the bacteriophage, right? You will be having the T4 bacteriophages. Then viroids. Viroids are the nucleic material of the viruses, right? The only genetic material are the, it is called as, usually called as the nucleic material or the nucleic acid, right? You will be having either DNA or a RNA viruses, right? You will be having two types of viruses. It will be either containing the RNA or the DNA vaccines, right? HIV is an two types of single stranded RNA viruses, right? You will be having the viroids. Then you will be having the prions. Prions are the protein part of the viruses, right? Protein part. You will be having the prions. These protein parts and nucleic acids are also infectious, right? As you know that the name virus, which means in Latin it is poison, right? So you will be having the different types of microorganisms in our whole biosphere, right? Now we have to see the heading, microbes in human welfare. So you will be having the microorganisms which are both harmful and beneficial. You will be having both microorganisms which will be having the harmful activity and the beneficial activity. Harmful activity in the sense they will be detrimental and they will be producing a various types of diseases. But beneficial in the sense you will be having using it in various household products, industrial uses. They will be useful in sewage treatment. Then they will be used as a biofertilizer, biomanure, or they will be used in the biogas production. Right? They will be having a various uses in humans, or they will be useful to humans in various aspects. So comparatively harmful will be there and beneficial will be there, right? As you know that the beneficial activity will be always higher than that of the harmful activity, right? Because beneficial activity in smaller scales which we accumulate, you will be having a more amount of beneficial activity rather than the harmful activity, because diseases, they will produce detrimental effects, right? We can't forget them, right? Because in a 355 days you will be healthy for the 360 days, but that 5 days if you feel ill or you will be caught by a disease or you will be affected by a disease, we will feel about that 5 days. Likewise, the beneficial activities will be more comparatively than that of the harmful activities. So we are going to see about the beneficial activity or the uses of microbes in human welfare for the upper development, both in the health aspect as well as in the economical aspect, right? Now we are going to see about the persons who stood behind the discovery of the microorganism. Right? So we have to see that who is regarded as the father of microbiology. Right? First, we should know what is meant by microbiology. Microbiology is a branch of biology which deals with the study of microorganisms. Right? Study of microorganisms is called as microbes or microorganisms. Is called as microbiology, and we have to see about the father of microbiology. So, in the question itself, you will be having a controversy, right? Most of the people, there will be a controversy between two persons, right? The one is Anton van Leeuwenhoek, and the second one is the Louis Pasteur. Right? So, the answer for this question is Anton van Leeuwenhoek. Anton van Leeuwenhoek is regarded as the father of microbiology. Why? Because you might be studied in your lower classes or 11th standard. In the cell biology, you might have been seen about Anton van Leeuwenhoek. He was the one who first found a simple microscope. He designed his own microscope because he is, rather than a scientist, he is a businessman, right? So he used to set up piles of lenses, right? He used to keep as a piles, and he tied it with the help of a string, and he used to visualize the microorganisms, right? What are the things he used to visualize is, he used to visualize the sweat, he used to visualize the saliva, what is having, then the Dutch water, then he has analyzed the sperm cells. All these things he has seen only with the help of the microscope, which he has devised of its own, right? So he has found his own microscope and he has seen it, right? He has also seen the microorganisms and named them as animalcules, right? You might have been studied animalcules, right? What is meant by these animalcules are, these are the organisms which look alike as animals but are very smaller in size and shape. So he named them as animalcules. So he is regarded as the father of microbiology. Louis Pasteur, he is called as the father of modern microbiology, right? Or he is called as the father of bacteriology because he studied a lot more about these bacteria, right? Louis Pasteur is called as the father of bacteriology, or he is also called as the father of modern microbiology, right? So you should know about this. Then you have a father of medical microbiology or medical bacteriology, right? You will be having the father of medical bacteriology, right? Or medical microbiology, which is called as who is called as Robert Koch, right? You will be learning about the Koch phosphates, right? So Robert Koch is called as the father of medical bacteriology. So the father of microbiology is Anton van Leeuwenhoek, because in the starting of the 16th century itself, he has seen all the type of various microorganisms present in the soil, air, saliva, everything he has seen, right? So Anton van Leeuwenhoek is called as the father of microbiology. So don't confuse, right? Louis Pasteur is regarded as the father of bacteriology rather than the microbiology. So he is also called as the father of modern microbiology, right? So you should not confuse. The father of microbiology is Anton van Leeuwenhoek. Now we are going to see about the useful aspects of microorganisms, right? Microbes in household products. Okay. Before going to the heading, where are these microorganisms found? Right? Where we can visualize these microorganisms. The microorganisms are usually omnipresent, They were present everywhere. Omnipresent. Omnipresent in the sense they will be seen everywhere, right? So you will be having this Indian mythology also, right? Where is God? God can be seen everywhere. Like that, you will be heard about the stories. But these microorganisms can be seen everywhere. They can be seen in soil, right? In air, in water, right? And inside the body of humans, right? You will be having the inside humans also you will be having, right? You will be having the normal flora, right? You will be telling them as the normal flora of the human body, right? Especially some of the microorganisms will be residing inside the human body. Those are called as the normal flora. So they can be seen in soil and water. And where they can be seen? They can be seen in glaciers. Glaciers means you will be having the temperature will be of very frozen, right? You will be having the temperature will be in the minus, right? In cold deserts and in hot deserts also you can able to see the microorganisms. Then where you can see? You can see in them in thermal vents, right? These are usually called as the hydrothermal vents. These hydrothermal vents are the regions of volcanic eruptions, and they will be having the temperature of water to about, they will be always boiling, right? They will be having the plus 100 degrees Celsius. There too you can able to see the microorganisms, right? The example for this is the Thermus aquaticus, right? Right, in biotechnology part you will be learning about these Thermus aquaticus bacteria, because these are very helpful in the PCR studies, right? Polymerase chain reaction, right? You might have heard about the PCR. It was designed by Carey Mullis. The name of the instrument is thermal cycler. In the thermal cycler, there will be a polymerase chain reaction where you can amplify the amount of DNA wherein you will be getting it from any of type of the organisms, either from microorganisms or plant or an animal. You can able to amplify it in the copies of million times in a 330 cycle of reaction, right? In thermal cycler, within a short span about 3 hours you will be getting the copies of DNA, right? For this you will be having this Thermus aquaticus. It is an bacteria where it is also called as the Thermophilus aquaticus. They will be loving the temperature wherein the water temperature it reaches about more than 100 degrees Celsius. Aquaticus, since it is aquaticus, it is a flagellated bacteria. It will be having a flagella and it will be swimming all around the temperature of higher degree Celsius, right? Then you can able to see in the geysers, right? You will be using it in the geysers where you will be having it in your homes. You will be using the geysers. There too also you can able to find out the microorganisms. It will be residing. So in normal flora, they will be also seen in plants too, right? You will be having this endosymbiotic relationship between the microorganisms, right? These are called as the endophytes, right? You will be having endophytes, right? Endophytes are the microorganisms which will be residing inside the plant, right? They will be having a symbiotic relationship, or it will be having a normal relationship wherein it will be residing inside the plant of a higher organism or higher plant or a lower group of plants. We will be having the association wherein the plants can be residing. So you can able to see the microorganisms. These are omnipresent. They will be residing in all types of environment, either in desert or in the minus frozen temperature, as in case of the Antarctic or the polar regions. We can able to see them everywhere. So now we are going to see about the microbes in household products, right? So from the age-old periods, right, before Jesus Christ, right? So you will be always telling us BC, right? They will be using it before the birth of the Jesus Christ, especially in Asia and Europe, right? The use of microorganisms has been started from the age-olden periods, especially in India and China. They will be using the microorganisms before 3000 BC. Right? 3000 years before itself, they have started using the microorganisms. They will be using it for the process of fermentation. Right? So you will be knowing the process of fermentation. What is meant by fermentation? Fermentation is an anaerobic process in which the complex food substances are converted into simpler substances with the help of microorganisms with the liberation of carbon dioxide. So fermentation is an anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration in which microorganisms are used or microorganisms act upon to convert the complex food substances into simpler ones with the liberation of carbon dioxide. Since it's an anaerobic respiration, you will be always having carbon dioxide which is evolved out. So the fermentation process, it has been used before 3000 years, right? In the 3000 BC itself, they have started using the process of fermentation, right? They have used this for the alcoholic production, right? Alcoholic production, and in the products or fermented products also they have used it, right? You might have heard about the Soma and Sura drinks which has been used in the Harappa and Mohenjo-daro civilization during the festival or recreation period, right? Those times also they have used these alcoholic beverages. These are the process obtained by the formation of alcohol by the process called fermentation, right? You might be heard about the process of fermentation. So it has been used from a age-old process, or it has been used before the birth of Jesus Christ, right? It is an age-old process. So now we are going to enter into the main heading, microbes in household products, right? So these microbes are used mainly in various types of products, right? In this topic we will be coming into account of many type of microorganisms. The thing is that you have to remember about the products and the microorganisms involved in them, right? You should know about the scientific names of the products, scientific names of the microorganisms, which is useful in getting the major products, right? So from the starting point of view, we will start it from the continent of Asia, right? So in Asian countries, or especially in India, we will be using idli and dosa, right? So you might have been here in your lower classes also, you might have been studied about the making process of idli and dosa, right? So idli is called as the boiled steamed rice cake or fermented cake, or it is called as the rice cake, right? Then you will be having the dosa, right? You will also have been studied about these dosa poems in your lower classes, right? How it is made, right? Mainly idli is made by mixing of rice and urad dal, especially the black gram, right? So you will be having rice flour, right, plus black gram, urad dal, right? Right. So you will be having this making process of the rice, right? So you will be having the batter or the dough, right? So in this dough, we will leave it for about 8 to 12 hours, right? Right. Usually, if you ask how this rice flour is made, everybody will be saying that if you add yeast, right? Usually, in the making process of the idli, you won't be having the role of yeast. you won't be having the microorganisms, or you won't be using the microorganisms, yeast, right? The main organisms which is used in the making of idli dosa are, you will be having two microorganisms. One is the Streptococcus faecalis, right? So every time you should write the scientific names which is starting letter according to the binomial nomenclature. You will be having the genetic name should be with the capital letter, and the species name should start with the small letter, and you should, while it is handwritten, you should underline it separately, while it is typed you should type it in italic, right? So you will be having the Streptococcus faecalis and Leuconostoc mesenteroides. Right? You will be having the Streptococcus faecalis and Leuconostoc mesenteroides. Right? For about 2 to 4 hours, this faecalis bacteria will act upon, and then you will be having the action of this Leuconostoc mesenteroides, which is useful in the preparation of idli or dosa. Right? So these two organisms are involved in the making process of idli, and as you know, this idli is the one which will be made. It is a steam boiled one. So you will be having no type of bacteria or contamination will be present in idli, and it is also called as the world's most healthiest and cheapest food in the world. Right? You can make it with a cheaper amount, especially in India. Right? It is cheaper. Right? So you will be having the best or the hygienic food in the world. Right? Especially for the patients or everything, we will be used to feed idli, right? But we are against idli, because every time when we go for our breakfast, or every day when you start up with to your school, you will be having usually idli, morning idli, night dosa, and everything. You will be having a shuffle. It will be shifted on your alternate days, right? You will be often having idli, right? So, but idli is the most healthiest and the cheapest food in the world, right? Then we will go for the dairy products, right? Especially we will be going for dairy products, right? Dairy products, right? Mainly the first one comes under the dairy products. Dairy products, you will be having curd, you will be having buttermilk, you will be having yogurt, then sour cream, then cheese, right? You will be having a various type of dairy products. The first one to come is the curd, right? How to prepare curd, right? So you will be seeing it in your home that your mother, what she will be doing, she will be boiling the milk, then allow it to cool down. When it is slightly hot, warm, lukewarm condition, she will be adding the already prepared curd in that, and next day you will be getting the curd, right? So curd is prepared by the action of addition of the lactobacillus acidophilus with the skimmed milk, right? So you will be having the skimmed milk, right? Skimmed milk will be there. With the skimmed milk, you have to add the bacteria which is called as the lactobacillus acidophilus, right? Lactobacillus acidophilus you will be adding, right? When we add this lactobacillus acidophilus, you will be getting, usually you will be having the lactic acid which is present in them, lactic acid, right? This lactic acid is an important one for our body, because it will be having a lot amount of probiotics, right? So the end of the household products I will be telling about the probiotics, right? So you will be having this lactic acid. So when you add lactobacillus acidophilus with the skimmed milk, you will be getting the curd, right? So often you will be also having taking up the curd, right? This curd will be also having vitamin B12, right? The entrance part of the thing you will be having the question as, what is the scientific name or the chemical name of this vitamin B12, right? Vitamin B12 you will be having a type of 8 types of vitamin B's you will be having, B complexes, right? So in that you will be having vitamin B12 is called as a cobalamin. That is cobalamin, right? So usually in the market you will be having this cyanocobalamin, which is a man-made product of vitamin B12, which is helpful in checking the growth of the microorganisms, which is helpful in metabolism, nervous disorders, and types of clearing agents, right? So this vitamin B12 it checks the growth of pathogenic microbes in the gut. Gut it is called as the stomach or in the intestine, right? So you will be having this vitamin B12, right, which is an important one because it checks the growth of the pathogenic microorganisms, right? You will be having the pathogenic microorganisms in the gut, in the stomach and the intestinal part, right? It has been proven also that it checks the growth, right? It helps to maintain a better hygienic condition and it has a helpful aspect in the metabolism, right? So you will be having the vitamin B12. Then you will be having the product which is called as the, often if you tell about curd, you will be having this lassi, right? Lassi, what is mean the lassi? You will be having this sugar or salted. When the curd is churned, churned means it is beaten nicely or thoroughly, and it is homogenized with either salt or sugar. It is called as the lassi. Right? Lassi is the churned curd, right? Churned with salt or sugar to curd, right? It is called as the lassi, right? So many people also like to have the lassi, right? Some people they don't like this lassi, and lassi is the one which is formed by the churning of the curd with sugar or salt, right? So one time in NEET part also they have used this as the question, right? What is lassi? So it is the question follows as what is lassi and what are the microorganisms involved in, and what is the product or the what is the initial product which is used for the formation of lassi. So you will be having the curd and the organism is Lactobacillus acidophilus, and when it is churned with salt or sugar it is called as lassi, right? Then we will see about the yogurt. So formation of curd, you will be having the temperature of about 40 degrees is needed for the formation of the curd. So for formation of yogurt, you will be having two types of microorganisms, which is Streptococcus bulgaricus. Right? Yogurt you will be having the Streptococcus usually bulgaricus or thermophilus. Mainly you will be having this thermophilus. Streptococcus thermophilus. Right? Bulgaricus is used previously, but nowadays they are using the Streptococcus thermophilus with Lactobacillus bulgaricus. Right? They will be using these two types of microorganisms, Lactobacillus, Streptococcus thermophilus and the Lactobacillus bulgaricus. So they will be maintaining a temperature of about 40 to 46 degrees Celsius for the production of the yogurt, right? So yogurt you will be having the addition of, it is also added with the skimmed milk, right? So the skimmed milk is added with the Streptococcus thermophilus and Lactobacillus bulgaricus, then at the temperature of about 40 to 40 degrees Celsius for 4 hours, right? You will be getting the yogurt, right? It is also called as yogurt or Y-O-G-U-R-T, yogurt, right? So you will be having the yogurt, right? Then we will see about the buttermilk. buttermilk, right? Nowadays, if you want to prepare buttermilk, what we will be doing is, right, we will take curd, we will touch nicely, beat it with salt, then add some water, then make it as a buttermilk, right? Buttermilk is not the one which is obtained by adding water to the curd, but it is the one which is the acidated liquid which is left after the production of butter, right? You will be having this butter, right? Butter you will be getting. You might have seen about the process of formation or obtaining butter in your home when your mother gives us the butter, right? So you will be having the acidated liquid left after the preparation of butter. So you will be having this left out water after the production of the butter, which is called as the buttermilk, right? So how we can, right? We can also obtain the buttermilk by addition of some of the microorganisms, right? Especially you will be having this Streptococcus cremoris, right? Streptococcus cremoris, right? Lactobacillus, right? Lactobacillus acidophilus you will be having, then Lactobacillus bulgaricus also you will be using, right? Lactobacillus species, right? Lactobacillus acidophilus or Lactobacillus bulgaricus, you will be getting the buttermilk, right? It is an acidated liquid, right? So the temperature needed for is 18 to 22 degrees Celsius, right? You will be having this 22 degree, 18 to 22 degrees Celsius you will be having, and which is left out for 16 to 18 hours, right? Right, if we leave the skimmed milk, when it is added with a culture of the Streptococcus cremoris and the Lactobacillus species, acidophilus or the bulgaricus species, you will be getting the buttermilk. The temperature is usually maintained of about 22 degrees Celsius and the timing is especially 18 hours, right? So you will be having it for 22 degrees Celsius. If you maintain it, you will be getting the buttermilk, right? This buttermilk is also very healthy and it is also important in providing the probiotic, especially the buttermilk contains the lactic acid, right? This lactic acid is very helpful and it serves as a probiotic, right? The microorganisms involved is Streptococcus cremoris and Lactobacillus acidophilus and Lactobacillus bulgaricus, right? You will be having the species, right? Then you will be having the product which is called as the sour cream, right? You will be having the sour cream. Sour cream, it is also a condensed form of the skimmed milk, right? It will be more condensed than that of the curd, right? So it is obtained by addition of the Streptococcus lactis, right? Right, when we add the Streptococcus lactis and leuconostoc cremoris, right? You will be having this cream, right? So cremoris bacteria, right? Streptococcus lactis and leuconostoc cremoris, if you add it to the skimmed milk, you will be getting the, when it is added to the skimmed milk, you will be getting the sour cream, right? Cream, it is sour cream, right? Sour in taste, right? So the microorganisms used are Streptococcus lactis and leuconostoc cremoris, right? So this question, it is also asked one time in NEET, how the sour cream is prepared, right? You will be having the Streptococcus lactis and leuconostoc cremoris. When it is added to the skimmed milk, you will be getting the sour cream, right? The next one is the one which is important, right? You will be having a lot of questions in this part, especially cheese, right? The next one is the cheese. Right. So what is mean by this cheese? Cheese is the coagulation of the milk protein casein. Right. So as we have already seen in the microbes in human welfare lesson NCT part, right, I have told this cheese is a product of, it is a condensed milk protein and fat. Right. So in milk you will be having, right, especially what type of milk you will be having, right, we will be thinking it is the cow's milk, but you will be having usually the sheep milk, right, sheep's milk is used, right, sheep in the sense we will be seeing this one small one, right, these are the one called as the Haber sheep you will be having, it will be bigger than that of the cow, right, they will be yielding about 20 or 25 liters per day, right, the sheep's milks are used because they will be having a good quantity of protein and good quantity of fat they will be having, it is a condensed milk protein, right, so what is it, it is made by the coagulation of casein, right, casein is the protein part which is present in the milk which is responsible for the precipitating activity, right, so if we heat the milk and as we add some the lemon or some of the substance for making this rasagulla, right, we will be having this precipitated form, right, this precipitation is mainly due to the presence of this casein which is called as the protein part of the milk, right, so the coagulation of the milk protein casein, right, it leads to the formation of the cheese. So how they will be doing this, this cheese is especially made by the curdling of the cheese, right, first what they will be doing is they will be first making it in the form of a curd, right, first they will be curdling the milk with LAB, which is called as the lactic acid bacillus bacteria, right, usually lactobacillus, right, LAB stands for lactic acid producing bacillus bacteria, which is called as the LAB, right, LAB, lactic acid bacillus bacteria, right, so first they will be curdling the milk with the help of the lactobacillus, right, after the curdling of the lactobacillus they will be adding the enzyme, what enzyme they will be adding, especially renin, right, you might have also heard in the digestive system you might have heard about the renin, right, renin is usually present in the lower child, right, you will be having the children babies, you will be having this renin because it is helpful in the digestion of the milk, right, so this renin or you will be having the rennet, right, it will be added with the enzyme renin, right, it is a one which is produced, right, in the laboratory, or you will be having the rennet, right, rennet is usually present in calf's stomach, in calf's stomach you will be having the rennet, right, so you will be having the rennet which is present in the calf's stomach. After the curdling process of the milk with lactic acid bacillus, you will be having the addition of the enzyme renin or the rennet which is present in the calf's stomach, then you will be having the condensed form, right, you will be having the condensed milk with some amount of whey, right, so whey, you might also hear about the usage of this whey protein by the persons who are especially the trainers, gym trainers, they will be using this whey protein, right, whey is nothing but the liquid part after the production of the curd, right, when the milk is curdled, right, you will be having the curd, along with that some amount of whey which is called as the liquid part, liquid part left after the production of curd, right, liquid part when curd is obtained you will be having the whey, right, this whey it does not have anything, but some whey proteins are also having, they are mixing with the whey and they are having it helpful in the protein building mechanism, right? So they will be using this whey, right? So you will be having this after this product addition of this rennet or renin, you will be having the unripe cheese, right? So listen clearly, carefully, right? Students, you will be having some rows, right? So this, right, we have got the milk, right? Milk we have got, and the milk has been curdled, right? Then you will be adding renin or rennet. This is called as the unripe cheese. This unripe cheese is also called as the cottage cheese. Right? Cottage cheese. Usually you will be calling this paneer. Right? This paneer is called as the cottage cheese. Right? It is an unripe cheese. Once this unripe cheese is allowed to ripen with the help of various types of microorganisms, especially you will be having bacteria, fungi, or any type of microorganisms, it is made to ripen, right? It takes about, for the formation of this cottage cheese to a ripened cheese, you will be getting somewhat 40 days, right? Some of the species of cheese or variety of cheese may take to 1 to 40 months, right? There are some cheese, it will be taking for about 40 months to ripen the process. So you will be having, when this unripened cheese is made to ripe with a variety of microorganisms, you will be getting the different types of cheese, ripened cheese. So you will be having the milk, it is made to curd with the curdled curd you will be getting. From that you will be having the renin, right? Rennet you will be having. After the rennet you will be having the unripe cheese plus whey, right? This whey or the unripe cheese, what they will be doing is, they will be using a cloth or they will be using it, they will be squeeze out the excess water which is present in the unripe cheese, right? They will be using the cloth to remove the excess amount of water which is present in the whey, and they will be removing it. So unripe cheese is called as a single step of fermentation process, right? So you will be having milk and dry, right? So this is the process or the sequence of process which is helpful in the production of the cheese, right? So the cheese is mainly of three types, right? Based on the nature of the water content they have, right? So we will see about cheese in detail, right? So you will be having the cheese, especially the cheese is of about, I have told, right? You will be having three types, right? Soft cheese, semi hard cheese, and the hard cheese, right? How this is classified is based on the availability of water, right? On the nature of the water content present in the cheese, you will be having the three types of cheese, right? The one is the soft cheese, the second one is the semi hard cheese, and the third one is the hard cheese. So in the soft cheese, the water content will be of about 50 to 80% of water will be present, right? Because when we are squeezing it with the whey with the cloth, right? So you won't be getting the full amount of water will not be taken up, right? So you will be having some is of about soft cheese, right? They will be having 50 to 80%, right? Once they have asked in the form of match the following, right? The soft cheese, semi-hard cheese, hard cheese, and then they asked about the bacterium produced cheese, propionibacter. We will see about in the coming heading, right? Semi-hard cheese. Semi-hard cheese you will be having the water content will be of about 45%, and the hard cheese less than 40%. If you are having the water content which is of about less than 40%, it is called as the hard cheese. So you will be having the three types of cheese, which is called as the soft cheese, semi-hard cheese, and the hard cheese. Soft cheese is the one we will be getting the water content of about 50 to 80% water content will be there. In semi-hard cheese, you will be having the 45% water content will be there, and the hard cheese you will be having less than 40% of water will be present in the hard cheese, right? So now we are going to see about the type of cheese, right? So we have I have already told about the ripening process of cheese, right? Based on the type of microorganisms which is used for ripening of the cheese, you will be having three types of cheese based on the nature of ripening process, right? So you will be having three types. The first one is the Swiss cheese, right? The first one is the Swiss cheese, right? The Swiss cheese, you might have heard, right? The name Swiss cheese is because it is very famous in Switzerland, right? You might have seen the cartoon Tom and Jerry, right? In that, the Jerry will be often taking some of the cheese, right, from the Tom's house, right? You might have seen it will be having some of the characteristic holes, it will be present, right? So you will be having, it will be taking like a triangle shape will be there, then it will be having some of the characteristic holes will be present, right? So these characteristic holes are due to the evolution of carbon dioxide, it will be evolved from the cheese. Such type of cheese is called as the Swiss cheese, right? So it is one of the most famous type of cheese which is often used, right? So you will be having the microorganisms used in the ripening process is Propionibacter shermani, right? Propionibacter shermani, right? So it is a bacterial origin, so you will be having the name as bacter, right? Propionibacter shermani, right? It is one of the most famous cheese, and the ripening of cheese is made by Propionibacter. So first they will be curdling the milk, milk will be getting, milk is turned into curd, and from the curd you will be having adding the rennet. This unripe cheese is made to ripe with the Propionibacter shermani. So you will be having a characteristic hole which is present in the cheese due to the evolution of carbon dioxide. Such a type of cheese is called as the Swiss cheese. The next one is the Roquefort cheese. This Roquefort cheese is especially famous in Brazil, right? In Brazil, the Roquefort cheese is of having a better usage, and they will be using it in a larger quantity, and the main production is from Brazil, right? So you will be having the Roquefort cheese. Roquefort cheese is made to ripen with the help of, this cheese will be usually yellow in color, right? You might have been seen in the, right, cartoons, right? Roquefort cheese. It is made to ripen by Penicillium roqueforti, right? Since it is a penicillium, it is a fungal origin. It is ripened with the help of a fungi, Penicillium roqueforti, right? It will be white in color. It is slight bluish tint will be there, greenish blue tint will be there. Roquefort cheese. Then you will be having third cheese, which is called as the Camembert cheese. Right, it is made from Penicillium camemberti. It is also a type of cheese which is obtained from a fungal species. Ripening is obtained from fungi. So you will be having, based on the ripening nature of the cheese, you will be having three types mainly: Swiss cheese, Roquefort cheese, and Camembert cheese. Swiss cheese is obtained from Propionibacter shermani, Roquefort cheese obtained from Penicillium roqueforti, and Camembert cheese is obtained from Penicillium camemberti. So you will be having these three types of cheese. Then we will go into the production of bread. Right, bread. Right. Usually you will be having the bread. The one which we are consuming, the one which is uh, sweet in taste is not the bread, right? It is the maida bread, right? So bread usually it is made from the wheat flour, right? So you will be having the bread, right? Bread is made from wheat, right? Wheat flour, right? When the wheat flour is mixed with water, right? When the wheat flour is mixed with water, you will be having a hot nature, right? You will be having the temperature will rise, right? Then the yeast is added to it. Yeast, the scientific name of yeast is Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Saccharomyces cerevisiae, right? Saccharomyces cerevisiae. When this yeast is added, you will be having in the wheat flour, you will be having the malt, right? This malt is converted into um, the sugar compound, glucose. Then this glucose is acted upon by the Saccharomyces cerevisiae. These Saccharomyces cerevisiae, they will act upon the glucose, and you will be having this. You will be having the production of ethanol with carbon dioxide. So it naturally softens the wheat flour. When the wheat flour is softened, it will swell up, right? So it is called as the process. It is called as the leavening. The leavening process, right? So the wheat flour is mixed with the water and Saccharomyces cerevisiae, and it will be left for about 24 to 48 hours. When it is left for 24 to 48 hours, it will be swelling up and it will make the wheat flour into a soft texture. That is called as the leavening. Once it is leavened, they will bake it in the oven. Right? When it is baked in the oven, you will be having the swelling appearance of bread, right? You will be having a bread which will swells up, and if you cut, you will be having the characteristic holes which will be present in the bread, right? So for making of the bread, they will be having taking a small quantity of the wheat flour, and they will be swelling up, and once it is baked, you will be getting a bread, right? Especially wheat bread, right? So now we are practiced to use or consume the maida bread, which is sweet in taste, but usually the wheat bread is good for our health, right? So wheat flour, you will be having this malt, right? This malt, you will be having this maltase will be present, then it is converted into glucose. Then the glucose will be acted upon by the Saccharomyces cerevisiae, and it is helpful in the process or the production of bread. Since this yeast is used in the production of bread, it is called as the baker's yeast. So Saccharomyces cerevisiae is called as the baker's yeast, since it is useful in the bakery, right? Then we will see about the process which is called as the production of jalebi. Jalebi you will be having, right? So how this jalebi is made is, you will be having the wheat flour, right? The wheat flour is mixed with water and it is left for a few hours, right? You will be having a slight taste, right? You will be having this sour taste will be there. This wheat flour will be made. Then it is mixed with, right? It is fried in oil. Then it is dipped in sugar syrup. Right? Then it is mixed in mixed with sugar syrup. You will be getting the jalebi. Right? Jalebi is the one. You will be having the wheat flour. It is fried in the oil. Then it is dipped in the sugar syrup. Right? So you will be getting the jalebi. Then you will be having the imriti. Imriti is also a type of jalebi, wherein in this imriti, instead of the wheat flour, you will be having the black gram flour. Right? Black gram flour is used, right? This black gram flour is same that fried in oil, then it is dipped in the sugar syrup. It is allowed to, right? Here it will be allowed to ferment. right? Here also you will be having this fermentation process. It is fermented, right? So after fermenting, this it will be fried and it will be used, right? This imriti nowadays in northern regions it is also called as imrati, right? Imrati or imriti, right? You will be having the baking process, right? Imriti you will be having, jalebi you will be having, right? So the next one is the toddy, right? You will be having this toddy. Toddy, it is used as a refreshing drink in South India. It is used as a refreshing drink in South India. Right? Toddy usually it consists of Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Right? Saccharomyces cerevisiae, which is the yeast. Right? It is obtained from the sap of the palm trees. Right? Sap of palm trees, right? It is obtained from the sap of the palm trees. It is used as a refreshing drink in South India. When the sap is left for 24 to 48 hours, you will be having this unpalatable smell. Then it is used in the production of jaggery, right? It is also used in the production of jaggery. Jaggery, in the sense, you don't think that jaggery means normal jaggery. It is the palm sugar or the palm jaggery, right? Palm sugar or the palm jaggery, right? We used to call it as the panavellam and karupatti, right? These two are obtained from, in Tamil we will be calling it as panavellam and karupatti. These are obtained from the toddy, right? So it is used as a, you will be having toddy. It consists of about 6% of alcohol will be present in the toddy, right? So rest of the useful things, right? We have to see about the single cell proteins, then sausages, sauerkraut, and the various uses of the soya beans we will see in the next class, right? So we have to see about some of the four types of uses of the microorganisms in the household uses. We will see it in the next class, right? With this we will end up the session. Okay, so we will see about the rest of the things and this will in the next class. Thank you, students.